Hey gang, how's it going? Ryan Cozy with the Chapel at Cross Point. Just wanted to give a Western New York Pray update. I hope and pray that everybody is doing really well. I wanted to give you all a tally of what's been going on in terms of responses. I finally got a critical mass of responses from people just to kind of figure out what day we're going to choose to meet. Just for our kind of a debrief session of Western New York Pray. And the tallies are in, and it was actually pretty close, but it looks like the 8th, May 8th, has a little bit more flexibility than May 14th does for other people. And so we're going to go ahead and pick May 8th. Would ask you to just jot that down on your calendar. Details forthcoming, but my assumption is that we would probably try to have this in the afternoon, but I will nail that time frame down. In addition to that, though, I wanted to say a couple of things. The time, real quick, the time that we are looking at tentatively is 2 to 3:30 p.m. on May 8th. But what I would like to talk about, and I know I sent an email out about this a couple weeks back, but I just want to kind of re-articulate what it is that if you have some time over the next couple of weeks to pray and think about, here's what I'd like to talk about during that time. Number one is, I'd love to start out the time with prayer and thanksgiving for what God did. We have heard some stories in and throughout the course of Western New York Pray, and I think it would be really helpful to try to just see what that looks like. In addition to that, looking at what are some of the wins that took place for your church, your lay people. What did that look like? Do you have any stories qualitatively or quantitatively that you'd like to share? I think it'd be good to talk about that. But also I want to talk about some areas for growth and improvement. The reality is this, we kind of went into this as a greater body partnership thing a little bit later in the year, last year, and the reality was we didn't get to do all of the things that we could or would like to do because we were kind of limited by time and limited by the constraint of the upcoming Easter season. And so I just want to talk about ways that maybe we could get ahead of the ball a little bit leading into next year if this is something that people would like to continue on with. What seemed to work? Were there certain things within your context that worked well? What didn't seem to work? Are there areas that just like, this just didn't go over well with us? Obviously, I'd be talking about ways that you go about communicating about Western New York Pray, but also just feedback on the devotional and any of the other resources like the website itself. Would love to get that sort of feedback. And then I'd also like to talk about ways that we might be able to expand our partnerships with other churches in our collective relationship network that we have. Now, from what I understand, prior engagements with Western New York Pray, and this is just my understanding, but at most I believe we had like 3 to 4 churches engaged in Western New York Pray as a greater body partnership initiative prior to this year. Now this year we had, with churches and parachurch and ministry agencies involved, prayer collectives involved, we had 20. So I do think we moved the ball down the field a little bit with regard to getting more people involved, but the reality is if we get some more time and we have people that are able to just work their denominational network, their relationship network, whatever, I really think that this is something that we could really tangibly grow from. And so I'd love to try to talk and strategize about ways to perhaps be able to do that. So God bless you, gang. I hope and pray that all is well. May 8th, 2 to 3:30 p.m. We're going to host it here at the chapel. I'll give you more details as that time approaches. But thank you so much, gang, for your involvement. I'm so excited to be partnered up with you in this initiative, and I'm really looking forward to learning from what it is that you all have to share about your experience with Western New York Pray in 2012. God bless you.